bracing for winter's brutal return.
We have a full complement of crews working 24/7.
Heavy snow, wicked winds, and sub-zero temperatures headed our way. A stolen truck slams into a home.
They have the keys to a house. They took my wallet.
The suspects break in, stealing valuable items, all part of an overnight crime spree. And family day fun.
So we're kind of excited to see what we've got in this beautiful facility.
Families gathered to enjoy music, sports, and all sorts of activities.
CTV Calgary, locals breaking news with Camilla Di Giuseppe.
Good evening. Get out your parka, your shovels, and if you must be out on the roads over the next 24 hours, your winter driving skills re-engaged. We got our first taste of winter's harsh return earlier today, but we're in for more. A lot more snow and bone-chilling temperatures. Snow began to fly in time for the afternoon drive. Fortunately, with it being the long weekend Monday, traffic was a bit lighter. First responders were called out to a few collisions this evening, including one on Stony Trail by 114th Avenue Southeast. There were no reports of serious injuries, but the real test will start with the morning commute Tuesday, with steady snowfall that is expected to last for much of the day. Strong winds will also reduce visibility dramatically and making driving conditions hazardous. As Tyson Fedor reports, the city is bracing for impact.
We all knew it would not last. Old Man Winter is making an abrupt reappearance as snow began to fly late Monday afternoon.
Snow is coming and it's going to be fairly significant at this point in time.
With temperatures above seasonal for the month of February, Calgarians have become accustomed to a false spring.
No, I'm ready for spring. Yeah, I'm used to the warm weather now.
I knew it was coming because it was too good to be true, so I'm ready.
With snowfall can come chaos on city roads. The city of Calgary is urging all drivers to shift their habits.
This is snowfall, that can impact things like traction. So we just want to remind people, take plenty of time and have a plan.
And the moisture will help ahead of spring.
What we really need more than anything else is those late winter, early spring snowfalls across much of the province to really give us adequate moisture for planting and for germinating some of those crops.
Families gathered at Windsport Monday, where a good snow base was already built, but fresh powder will be a benefit. Some Calgarians are excited to see the snow return for another chance to break out the winter gear.
Yeah, I think it'd be great to get out skiing again.
Yeah, personally I'm excited because cross-country skiing just went away and now maybe it'll come back a little bit.
Despite the lack of snow this year, city crews have been busy attending to other service requests.
We're doing those types of details during the above seasonal. That can include work like winter sweeping, pothole work.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Calgary.
Highway conditions outside Calgary are also expected to worsen as the bulk of the snow moves in. West of us in the mountains, the highways are either partly or fully snow covered, as are the streets of Banff and Canmore. The MD of Bighorn has issued an advisory to avoid non-essential travel Tuesday, and there will be no classes for students at Strathcona Twidsmere School south of Calgary due to expected blizzard conditions on Tuesday. Danielle is in with our first look at the weather. We already know those road conditions are deteriorating quite a bit tonight, but the morning commute, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, tomorrow will likely be even worse out there and more treacherous on the roads. So if you, again, can work from home and stay off the roads in any way, tomorrow would be the day to do that. This is definitely weather to take seriously. We're looking just in the city alone, total amounts of snow from this system, anywhere from 15 to 25 centimeters of snow in the city. That's within less than 24 hours, so that's a lot of snowfall in a short amount of time. Combined with wind gusts up to 70 kilometers per hour, will create those blizzard-like conditions tomorrow, reducing visibility to up to nothing really at times throughout the day. Temperatures will also plummet throughout the day, -11 in the morning and then -17 with a wind chill of -27 in the afternoon.
All right, Danielle, thank you. A man has been killed in a crash at a parking lot in the city's northeast. The 70-year-old man was in a marked crosswalk at the Save-On in Panorama Hills when he was hit by a semi as it was backing up to unload cargo. The man was rushed to hospital but died of his injuries. Police are asking anyone with information about the crash to contact them or Crime Stoppers. Now, this is the second pedestrian killed in less than 24 hours in Calgary. A toddler being pushed in a stroller through a crosswalk by the parents was struck by a vehicle yesterday afternoon. The incident has people in the area calling for more safety measures. Tyler Barrow has more.
A family outing turned tragic Sunday afternoon. Around 4:30, a Jeep was turning at the intersection of Hull Avenue Southwest and Horton Road Southwest as a couple pushed a stroller through the marked crosswalk. Their toddler was hit. Gina Caudry and Anthony Salazar, along with their 1-year-old Maya, were driving home from a restaurant when they noticed a crash scene just off McLeod Trail and Heritage Drive Southwest.
We saw lights here. There was a whole bunch of police. We saw a stretcher being pulled out, and then, we were kind of confused of what was happening. We were devastated because we actually walked little Maya here like every other day.
The toddler died in hospital. Neither of the adults sustained any injuries. At this point, police say speed and impairment are not considered factors, and there's no indication distracted driving is a cause either. The driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with investigators.
It's not only concerning, it's an absolute tragedy. There's two parents who lost their 2-year-old child today, and I think as a city that should be shocking and disappointing.
The city has seen 7 fatal crashes so far this year, including 3 pedestrian fatalities.
I think it's incredibly concerning at this point. To see a number as high as 7 only 6 weeks into the new year is definitely alarming. I think it's a good reminder that as we're driving and as pedestrians, we need to be aware of our surroundings. We need to be taking care of each other.
People in the area say improvements need to be made to keep pedestrians safe.
Pedestrian blinker, the yellow lights, that'd be, bare minimum.
Probably better lighting and control.
Others say drivers need to be more careful.
A lot of young people like to drive fast, and I would just say be cautious.
Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
Last year, 15 pedestrians died on Calgary roads. Police say 3 pedestrian fatalities this early in the year is concerning, especially with wintry weather returning to the city over the next couple of days. Now, the front of a commercial truck was shredded on Highway 2 south of Calgary yesterday afternoon, forcing the closure of the road for several hours. It happened in the northbound lanes near the Okotoks overpass. RCMP say a semi collided with the gas truck. EMS says 1 adult suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Overnight, thieves went up and down an entire block in northeast Calgary looking for a home to break into. As Kevin Green reports, when they found one, they stole keys to a truck that ended up smashing into a nearby home.
Just before 5 a.m. Monday, this house was rammed by a Toyota Tundra pickup truck. It had been speeding down Templeson Road northeast when the driver failed to negotiate the right-angle turn before crashing into the home. Marcello Lokang was inside at the time.
No, inside, like a big bang, The whole house was shaking. Yeah, he hit the house with a maximum force because the vehicle hit the side of the wall, as you can see, and it stuck over there, and then they ran.
They ran because the truck was stolen. It was taken from a home over a 2-kilometer drive away on Templewood Road. Thieves broke into this home, and among the things they stole were several sets of keys, which they used to steal the truck and another vehicle. Police called the owner to say the truck had been found smashed into a house.
So my husband's like, no, my car's at home.
But it wasn't, and then Regat Tekla discovered it wasn't the only vehicle missing.
So if you were trying to figure out what's going on, then look at it again, then I'm like, oh, my car's also missing. So there's 2 cars missing.
The thieves got in, prying open this corner window, and it wasn't just the car keys they stole.
They have the keys to our house. They took my wallet. Apparently, I looked into my bank transactions. They've used they went to 2 different stores.
Tekla says no one, including her young son, woke while the thieves were inside the home.
The time that they took.
She's even more unnerved after speaking with neighbors whose surveillance video shows a group of men going door to door along her street looking for a place to break into.
I'm actually a little bit shook right now. I'm very scared.
Police say this is an example of why it's important to ensure windows and doors are securely locked at night.
The more opportunity that we can take away, the more that we're going to prevent these crimes from happening. Oftentimes it's something they stumble across if they're trying door handles, so the more we remove that, the less opportunity that will be there.
Back at the house that was rammed, the 3 residents of the upper floor are back home, but the basement suite is unlivable. That person is staying in a hotel. Kevin Green, CTV News, Calgary.
Police say the 2 suspects in the early morning theft and crash remain at large. A 64-year-old Calgary man is due in court tomorrow, charged with second-degree murder. Police were called to Rundle-Cairn Road Northeast around 6:20 Friday morning. They discovered a man in his 50s with life-threatening injuries. He was transported to hospital where he later died. On the weekend, police charged Cecil Lapp. Police believe it was a targeted attack. An Alberta country singer wants the province to change its tune on coal mining. Coming up, Cord Lund pushes ahead with a new petition drive aimed at a referendum vote.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Country singer Cord Lund's petition effort to outlaw new coal mining on the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains has been given the go-ahead to gather signatures. Those behind the movement have 4 months to collect just shy of 178,000 signatures. The petition calls for the government to introduce legislation prohibiting any new mining activity for coal in the region. If successful, the province would then pass a coal mining ban or send the issue to a province-wide vote.
The whole 6 years, what the government's tack on this has been to say, oh, okay, Alberta, we've heard you. We understand your concerns. We'll fix it. And then they don't fix it. They leave big loopholes in it. So we've worded our question extremely specifically to make sure that we include Grassy Mountain and any new coal projects on the slopes of the Rockies, because it's a terrible idea economically and ecologically.
Lund is set to speak at a speaking event in Calgary, which is taking place at the Alexander Center Society in Inglewood on the 21st. Another takes place the night before in Lethbridge. The new federal electric vehicle rebate program begins today. While many EV advocates say it's a good move to boost sales, some business analysts expect sales in Alberta to stall. CTV's Gates Gorin explains.
What's old is new again. Canadians will see the return of electric vehicle rebates after the federal government paused the program just last year.
With the cost of living crisis that we're in, anything that the government can do to help move this along, we see as a good thing.
The move is a part of the Fed's new strategy to boost EV sales in Canada. The program will give buyers up to $5,000 for battery electric cars and up to $2,500 for plug-in hybrids. Advocates for EVs in Alberta say it's a welcome restart.
We see countries like China. Their new EV sales are over 40% already. For Norway, 90% of all electrical vehicle sales are EV. So we've got a lot of catching up to do.
The market saw a decline in EV sales soon after the rebate program was paused. A business analytics professor at the University of Alberta says the incentives should cause a short-term spike.
The contraction is basically on EV because the overall market still stay at a stable level. So we can tell that this is specifically because of the rebate, the pause, the removal of this program.
But even with a rebate, there are still barriers to getting more EVs out on the roads, even more so here in the province.
Canada-wide, 14% of all new vehicles are EVs, but what we're seeing in Alberta is around 4%.
AMA points to provinces like Ontario and BC having provincial rebates along federal ones to help drive purchases. No such incentive exists in Alberta. Infrastructure also remains an issue. AMA says only around 1,500 charging stations exist province-wide.
If I compare that to BC, they're sitting well over 8,000, and in Quebec, well over 10,000. So fear around a range anxiety and ability to charge is problematic here because, frankly, there just aren't enough charging points.
And with change in policy at the federal level, electric vehicles having a sustainable market may be a long way down the road.
So this will definitely delay their decision making because they have no idea whether this kind of incentives will stay for a long time.
Gates Gorin, CTV News, Edmonton.
Calgary's Chinese community is inviting everyone to participate in its New Year's festival. People packed the streets outside the Chinese Cultural Center for the Lion and Dragon Dance on the weekend. Premier Daniel Smith attended the event, dotting the I's of the dragon. The Cultural Center was filled with entertainers and vendors. This is the year of the horse. The horse is energetic, hot-tempered, and represents power.
In Chinese, we have a saying that when the horse arrives, that means the project has been completed and successful.
The Chinese Cultural Center hosts the New Year's Festival again next weekend. The town of Taber is taking hockey to the streets with the Play On tournament next month. It follows the closure of the arena after an explosion at the Taber Community Center in December. The town is hosting the outdoor tournament to bring everyone together by transforming local streets into full-size hockey rinks for teams to battle it out.
It'll be really good to get everybody back together and to just celebrate the love of hockey and the love of community together and look forward to the future of what the rebuild's going to look like.
The Play On Street Hockey Tournament will run March 27th and 28th. Team registration can be found on the town's website. All right, Danielle's up next with her Skywatch forecast. She's got a lot to tell you about when the snow's coming, how much, and those winds. Details next.
Well, we had a very long false spring, and that has already come to an end. Snow has been falling, but the more intense snow is set for tomorrow. Combined with very strong wind gusts, reducing visibility to zero is what's in our forecast. So if you can work from home, that would be the day to do it, because we're looking at treacherous driving conditions. All right, so the cold air has already filtered in. This is a look at today's daytime highs. Calgary did get to -1, and it was still warm in the southeast corner. Lethbridge got to 8. Milk River even got into the double digits today. We can say goodbye to that, and we are looking at very wintry weather for the rest of this week, especially when you're talking temperatures, with the most active weather being tomorrow. Where we're looking at the most intense and most dangerous weather is in the areas in the blue here. So Edmonton down the QE2 towards Red Deer, Calgary included in this, Cochrane included in this, Canmore as well, over to Brooks and basically east of Highway 2 as well. This is where we're looking at not only heavy snow in a short amount of time, but we're also looking at very strong wind gusts, creating blizzard-like conditions and reducing visibility to either next to nothing or nothing. And that could happen really fast. So if you can stay off the roads, especially in these areas, that would be the day to do it. Snowfall warnings in place down through Kananaskis, Pincher Creek, and then in the southeast corner, we have a weather statement in place. Still blizzard-like conditions possible in these areas, but we're looking at less snowfall, but still the strong wind gusts of 70 kilometers per hour. All right, here's a look at radar and satellite earlier today. So earlier today was wave number 1, and the second wave is set to arrive early tomorrow morning in most communities. So I'm going to advance this. This is a look at 2:30 in the morning. The snow will start to intensify, and by the time we get into about 6 in the morning, that's when it will get really heavy in most communities, as you can see here. So down QE2 through Calgary, off to the west, down through Lethbridge area as well. And this is why we're looking at totals that could get over 20 centimeters of snow in less than 24 hours. Again, when you combine it with the strong wind gusts of 70 kilometers per hour, that's when we're looking at blizzard-like conditions throughout the day tomorrow. By the supper hours tomorrow, this should be out of southern Alberta. So if you're looking at timeline, there you go. When you look at totals, 25 centimeters, and in those 20s in Calgary, Cochrane, again, this is mainly the bullseye area. Up QE2 in those 20s is possible as well in Pincher Creek. So this is where we're looking at the heaviest amounts of snow. When you head off to the east, still a good snowfall, but less, 14 centimeters for Lethbridge and Milk River and 11 expected in Medicine Hat. Longer range forecast for Calgary, -11 as our high for tomorrow, but that high will be in the morning hours. By the afternoon, -17 with a wind chill of -27. Again, with anywhere from 10 to 15 centimeters of snow throughout the day tomorrow, but that's also adding to the 5 to 7 centimeters possible overnight tonight. We're going to hold on to the cold, so tapering off to just flurries late tomorrow. Few flurries may carry into Wednesday morning, but Wednesday still -20, and by Thursday, -17.
Danielle, thank you so much. Family fun on Family Day. From the Hangar Flight Museum to the Olympic Oval, Calgarians are connecting. Family Day festivities took over the Alberta Legislature grounds today.
This is where Family Day began in 1990 with Premier Getty. It was the first time that Family Day started across the country. We now have more provinces that celebrate with us, but today and here on this site is where it all started.
The return of wintry weather made for a cozy community gathering. There were no lines at the kids' coloring stations, while a magician warmed up the crowd. Balloon artists and street performers helped families celebrate the holiday. And there was no shortage of free and entertaining events to enjoy this Family Day, from musical performances to biking on ice. There was something for everyone. Jacqueline Wilson with the details.
It was a day to spark an interest in music at Studio Bell, and thousands took advantage of the free admission on Family Day.
I think my favorite part was going on the circles that you step on and it makes the noise. I think they're all really fun.
Kids were able to sit back and enjoy a performance or get hands-on experience.
I would love for Calgarians to experience the magic of what the National Music Centre is. It's the home for Canada's music history, past, present, and history in the making. We have all kinds of interactive exhibits to explore. Everyone can learn about how the power of music brings us all together.
On the other side of downtown, lots of families were also enjoying the last day of Chinook Blast. Those who were feeling extra adventurous tried ice biking.
This is a lot of fun to try, and I tried to get in at Bonus Park, but they were super busy, so I'm happy to have tried it here.
It's really fantastic, and it's very easy and comfortable, and really enjoyable.
If you've been inspired by the Olympics, there was an opportunity at the Winter Sport Festival at the Oval to try new activities like ringette, speed skating, and para ice hockey, to name a few.
We love it. Honestly, it's one of our biggest events of the year, so we look forward to this time every year.
Perhaps aviation is more your thing. The Hangar Flight Museum hosted a free open house.
I just want to see all the planes that were in the war and all of the planes that are retired now.
There's some very unique items here. Aircraft from both World War I, World War II.
From pianos to planes, lots of fun was had this Family Day. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
And fortunately, Family Day fell right before this wintry weather arrives in the city and throughout much of the province. So if you're heading out there tomorrow, please be careful. We'll have more details on our morning news, CTV Morning Live, starting at 6 in the morning.